Bible speaks about the Panamanian ship that goes around the border of Zebulon, right? The Puerto Rican, they're from the tribe of Ephraim. That's why when you look at a lot of Puerto Rican, you go to Puerto Rico, the small bangle is called precious. And the Bible talks about the precious things of Ephraim. And the Puerto Rican, they're from the tribe of Ephraim, okay? And the Bible tells you that Ephraim, when you look at a lot of Puerto Ricans, some of them called Ephraim, Jose, and so forth, you know what I'm saying? The Cuban means helmets. Those are from the tribe of Manasseh. Those are Israelites. If you look at if you ask the Spaniard that was living among these people, they would tell these Jews that these people, these are Jews. Those people that's in Israel today, those are not the real Jews. But brother, give me Zechariah 9 and 6. Okay? Those people that's in Israel today, sir, those are not the original Jews. Those are known as Khazar. They converted to Judaism in 740 AD, during time of the Dark Age. And when they converted now, they become Jewish, which means pretending to Jews. Okay? When you pretended to something, that means you don't belong. Okay? Now, when they converted, they went into Poland and formed this thing called Judaism. And they changed the name like Mirskin, you know, Randa, Besh Kabiv, you know, Mishkam. They changed the name to Hebrew name. But those are not the real Jews. Because the Bible tells when the real Jews go back in the land, it's going to be peace. Okay? So those people are not the original Jews. Okay? Now, I'm going to show you one more thing. Give me Zechariah 9 and 6. Give me Zechariah 9 and 6. It's Zechariah chapter 9 and 6. But what happened is, sir, when you see the war between Russia, the war that's going to escalate in the Middle East, it's known as the war of Armageddon. Mount Megiddo. The same place that back in the ancient times there was a lot of deceptive battle happened in Mount Megiddo. It's called the Battle of Armageddon. It's going to be a nuclear war between Russia and America in the last days. That's why the Lord put in the spirit of Putin to bring down the planes. Okay? Because the Lord is about to bring on the Third World War. And Russia is going to end up invading America. A lot of ignorant white Americans don't believe that. Because they don't believe that. Because they think America is a powerful country, but America got fall. When you read the Bible, God got to bring down America because America is a revival of the Roman Empire. The same way Rome fell, how did Rome fall? They didn't have enough money to maintain the military. So the same way Rome got fall, America got to be destroyed economically, financially, America going to go down. When you read the Bible, right? And the people, God is going to rise up, and those God is going to be known as the black and Hispanic. The one they call niggas and milk in the ghettos, that's the one that God is going to rise up. So when you see white men going around killing black people, God going to take revenge on that. Okay? All the NYPDs, they got to end up getting shot in the street. Because the Lord got to put the spirit in the black men to put the justice on our people, on the white, so-called white men, man. Zechariah 9 and 6, Zechariah chapter 9 and verse 6.
Zechariah 9 and 6. Right. And a bastard shall dwell in Ashdod.
The Lord called the so-called white men bastard. Shall dwell in Ashdod. Ashdod is one of the 5 cities of Tel Aviv. Ashdod was the seaport of the Philistines. So the Lord called the white men a bastard should dwell in Ashdod. Read.
And I will cut off the pride of the Philistines.
And the Lord said, God cut off the pride of the Philistines. The Philistines know today as what? The Arabs. They're in the land of Palestine. Know today as Lebanon. You see what I'm saying? But that land did not belong to the so-called Arabs. The Arabs took the land when during the time of the Saracen dynasty, when the Saracens came and overtook Israel from the Israelites. Okay? First was the Roman, then the Arab came and took the land from the Roman, okay? And then General Gaddafi, okay, a British general, he came and kicked out the so-called Turk out of the land, the Turkish, the white out of the land of Israel in 1917. But those people that's in Israel today, they're not the real Jews. If I show you too much, give me Ezekiel 35 and 6. Okay? So we show the prophecy that those people that's in Israel, they're not the real Jews. Give me Isaiah 1 and 7. Isaiah 1 and 7. Okay? So when you talk about Jews, the first thing people look at, they look at these white people like they're Jews. They're not Jews. Because the Bible tells you, when the children of Israel go back in the land of Israel, it's going to be peace. Are there peace in Israel today, sir? What happened to that prophecy? That means it's not having fulfilled yet. So what happened to that prophecy is going to fulfill when Christ comes back and put the real Jews, which is the black and Hispanic, in the land of Israel. Okay? Give me Ezekiel 35 and 6. Read.
Ezekiel 35 and 6.
Right.
Therefore, as I live, says the Lord God, I will prepare thee unto blood.
The Lord said He got to prepare the so-called European unto blood. Because the white people, they love to shed blood. Let's be real, man. They love to bomb the hell out of you, man.
That's right.
If they can't get to the country, they got to drop bombs in you.
That's right.
the Arabs. But the Lord gonna put the spirit on the Russian to supply all the Arab nation with nuclear weapons in the last days. Read.
Even blood shall pursue thee.
And the Lord said, blood, since the white man love blood, his own blood gonna be spilled. Read.
Thus will I make Mount Seir most desolate.
When you read the Bible, people thinking it's talking about Mount Seir, ancient Mount Seir. No, it's talking about America. Because Mount Seir was the top Edomite kingdom, white man kingdom. What's the top kingdom in the world today? White man kingdom in the world today? America. The word Mount Seir means dairy. Okay? So that's the top kingdom of the white man today. Mount Seir represents modern day America. Read.
And cut off from it him that passeth out.
If I pass it out, in other words, when the Lord gonna make America so devastated that the people that leave America, they're gonna be able to come back in because it's gonna be a third enough, it's gonna be enough of a destruction, man. Because all nations, they gotta prepare war against America, the full part of the earth, when they read the book of Jeremiah. Read.
And him that returneth.
And the Bible said, and him that returneth, read on.
And I will fill his mountains with his slain men.
The Bible said, and I will fill his mountain, your mountain represents your government, with slain men. The Congress, all them guys, the president, all them gonna get put to death because the Lord gonna wipe out the whole White House, man. Read.
In thy hills.
And the hill mean what? The rich, the hill represent what? The rich, read.
And in thy valley.
The valley represent the middle class, read.
And in thy rivers.
The river represent the poor. So from the rich to the poor, God gonna destroy them. Read.
Shall they fall that are slain with the sword.
And what is the sword? The nuclear bombs. Because the Bible tells us in Isaiah 95 that this war is going to be what? With nuclear bombs. Give me Jeremiah 51 and 55. Okay? So the so-called European, they're going to have to pay. Give me Isaiah 1 and 6. Jeremiah 51, 55, Isaiah 1 and 6. Read. Okay? Isaiah chapter 1 verse 7.
Your country is desolate.
The Lord is, Isaiah was telling our people that your country is desolate. Why? Because the Lord used the other nations to destroy Jerusalem. When we got destroyed in Jerusalem, millions of black Jews got destroyed and fled up into Europe. Some went to China, some went to Britain, some went to all over the world, man. Russia, all over. That's why when you go to all over the world, I just said, why black people in Russia? Because black Jews fled from out of Israel all the way up into Russia for what? For protection against among the other brothers. Okay, read.
Your cities are burnt with fire.
The city represents Jerusalem. Read.
Your land, strangers devoured it in your presence.
Stranger occupy your land in your presence. What stranger? The other nation. Give me Zechariah 13 and 2. Read Jeremiah 51, 55. Read. Okay, Jeremiah 51, 55. Okay?
Jeremiah 51, 55.
Right.
Because the Lord have spoiled Babylon.
The Bible said, because the Lord has spoiled Babylon. Spoil means to destroy. When something is spoiled, that means destroy, right? So the Lord going to use other nations to destroy America. Read.
And destroyed out of her the great voice.
Now, what is the great voice? When the Bible said a great voice, what is the great voice? In other words, America is the one that goes around and dictates who they want to, I can't remember what it's called. The great voice, they go around and dictate. Ah, man. But say something. Please give me something.
Right. What he's saying basically that America is ruling. America's on top now. Just like ancient Egypt and these other kingdoms. But America is doing all type of wickedness. And when we say America, the main one that's being charged is the so-called white race. Right. They're the ones that's running America.
Right.
Now you see the abortion on demand, the homosexuality. All of this is what they're pushing. Right. So they're guilty of that. So the Lord is going to destroy them now when he comes because they had a chance. Right. And what did they do? They promote wickedness.
That's right.
Right. Remember the brother comes. So when the Bible says that the great voice, another word, America is in a world of fear. They in everybody's business, okay?
I think so.
All right, peace. Okay? Right. Want to touch that?
Right. Right, so like the brother was saying, America got to be held accountable now. And when we talk about America, we're talking about the so-called Europeans, the so-called white race that has been ruling America and all over the world. They're going to be held accountable now when this great judgment comes on the earth.
That's right.
So the great judgment is coming. Give me Isaiah 13 real quick, brother. Isaiah 13 and 11. The great judgment is coming. But because so-called Europeans that's controlling America is taking out the fear of God out of the people with this brainwashed religion that they're doing. They're not teaching the Bible. They're not teaching judgment.
That's right.
So people think that a lot of people walking around here believe that there's no God. Or they don't believe in God no more. Because of how God has been taught in this society and has been taught in this world. But there is a God that's coming to bring destruction on this earth, man.
That's right.
We're going to read about it. Start at the 11th verse. Isaiah 13.
Isaiah 13 and 11.
Come on.
And I will punish the world.
And God is going to do what?
Punish the world.
So nobody's teaching that. A lot of people's teaching that the Old Testament is done away with. Nobody's teaching where God says he's going to punish the world. They're trying to get the people not to believe in God. They're trying to get the people to believe that that's some old brainwashing religion from back in the days of the Bible.
That's
and
right.
There's no destruction coming on the earth. It's not being done by God. It's being done by man-made. It's being done by the Illuminati. It's being done by anything but the powers of God. But here we're reading in the Bible what the Bible says. Can't read